Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Ryan's Trains. Man, it's been a while. When was our last video we uploaded? January or March or somewhere? I don't really don't know, but if you guys know, let me down in the comments. It's been a while. I think it's probably been a month or so since I did a video. But if you could tell by my shirt, today's a new review we're going to be doing, and that is the Duluth Masabian Iron Range 332. So this is going to be an awesome review. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get on to unboxing this amazing locomotive because I hope you guys are enjoying me doing the unboxing sessions because I think the unboxing session is more fun for everyone to see the locomotive coming out and what it looks like in the box and coming out and all that enjoyment. So let's cut on to me unboxing the DMIR 332. Hope you guys enjoy. So here it is, the unboxing video, and you can see here's my cat Millie. She's my second newest cat. Gonna be here for the reviewing. If you remember one of my older videos, I had my other cat named Chloe. She was my first cat, and she sadly passed away to old age. But she'll be remembered in that video. She was one of my favorite cats. So this is my second cat named Millie, and I named her as a nickname. Millie stands for her name as the Milwaukee Road. So it's kind of a cute name for her. She is a very nice kitty. So she's going to be here for the unboxing right now. She just hears the AC unit kicking on, but let's get on to the unboxing. So this is probably the biggest box I received from Train World until I get the 844. But let me just always be careful, like I said before. Yeah, they double package this. Holy shoot. Okay, I'm gonna have to open it up like this. Okay. Let's hope I don't screw up like last time trying to get the Wisconsin Central out. Okay, let me move this box. This is my order receivement. What's this in here? Oh, it's just a magazine the Train World gives you. Not like magazines, like they're kind of like their inventory of what they got. And you can see RBP's engine right there. Yeah, all just pointless stuff. Okay, we're gonna get this bigger box out of the way. We'll let Millie play with that bigger box. But here is on to the main box here. Now, I know my camera quality isn't not that good, like you can see like the full box, but I'll try doing my best. But this is the Duluth Masabian Iron Range Consolidation 332. It's OBS date on here. It says 2/28/2024. I guess that's when it was shipped on the water. But if you guys want to see right here, hope it does not have. Okay, I was about to say, hope it does not have my address where I live. I'll be having people come over. But this is. Where did I put my knife? Oh, I know where I put it. Well, this is a good model right here. Even though I haven't seen the model, but we're going to open it up now. Man, how long has it been since I have done a video? I'll probably think of more ideas to do videos. I'll probably run Alco engines like Green Bay and Western, running footages, and so I can run the RS11. But let's get it out of the box. We're going to help pull this out, and there goes some of the wrapping. All right. But I got to see this engine in real life, the 332, during 2023 in September. I'll probably be putting pictures up like right up here. The engine was not running during the time because that's when they were when they're rebuilding it, getting its boiler ready to be fired up. And now in 2024 they got the engine running, and I think this September, this September of 2024, I'll be going back to Duluth to get videos of the 332, even though she is originally called the Duluth Masabian Northern Railway. But I'll get into more history of that engine. But that engine I did got to see when they're at the at the engine house, and they're fixing it up, getting up ready. Exactly when we're leaving Duluth we're passing by the museum. They had that engine firing up like that. There was smoke coming out of the stack. So they must be doing a test firing. But now, since they got that engine already, I want to bring this model to Duluth and put it next to the real life prototype of the real 332 and the model of the Lionel version. So let's look on the side. It's the Duluth Mesabi and Iron Range consolidation number 332. Legacy and Bluetooth controls, legacy rail sounds, whistle steam, fan-driven smoke, and 031 minimum curves. And the item number of this is 2431360. And you can see Millie's playing with the bubble wrap. Go over there. Go play with the bubble wrap over there. And let's now get into the fun part of opening this box. Okay, whoa. Almost took out my cat. Okay, here we got the instruction manual if you want to read this. So in the instruction manual, they got number 60 or something, another Ivy and Hopeland, I think, another consolidation. Black River, yeah, it's Black River. But I like that engine. I just don't like the top mounted headlights for some reason. I just don't like those. But let's get into the fun part of opening this up. We're gonna move it back a bit so you guys can see part of this. All right, here we go, guys. Oh my God. Let's look at the tender first, guys. I know we're gonna be not looking at the main glory yet, but let's look at the tender. Small tender. Oh, wow. Real coal load and everything. Let's get you guys to see that up close in person. But here it is, the Duluth Mesabi and Iron Range 332's tender. On the back, you got the marker lights and the backup light. Wow. Got some nice good weight, so that's a plus. Now, the one thing I saw with the prototypes that Lionel kind of needs to do is update their tooling a bit, like give the engine a bit more detail, because the real 332, if you see the consolidations they always have the sand caps, so they have the boiler and the sand dome in the middle, and they have the bell in the middle. But the 332 is sand. I don't know which boiler that is, but it's the bell supposed to be in the front of the locomotive behind the stack. So what I may do, stop trying to bite the goddamn plastic. What I may do is customize the locomotive, try to remove one of the sand domes and put it in the back with the other sand dome and move the bell up to the front to get it more exactly what the 332 has. And I know my cat is trying to bite the styrofoam because she likes to be in a pain in the ass. But this tender looks very nice, what I could see. We'll be doing more detailed and up-close shots of this tender, but we're now going to put it off to the side on the box right here. And now let's get on to the main engine. But first, you got your little crank screwdrivers, and I really like these. These come in handy, so you can take off the side rods to put traction tires on. You got traction tires, a dummy coupler, and for you two-rail people, to put KD couplers on here. And you got the salt things to keep the engine dry. Stop it, Millie. Let's now get into the consolidation, the good part. Oh, okay, guys. Let's take it off. Oh my God. It's beautiful. So you want to know what I'm talking about. You see the real 332's bell is supposed to be up here, so I'm planning to move the sand cap the back here, and they got it almost down right. There is some few stuff that is not right with the engine. I'm glad they did not put the marker lights, because I realized on the catalog version this engine came with marker lights, but on the real version it did not. So I'm happy that they fixed that. But here you guys get to look at the engine up close. The 332, I love DMIR engines. So this is amazing. What Lionel got it down in the bag, and very amazing. So now let's get into the Hank yard and get more up close in detail with this locomotive and do the history on the 332 and how it became with the North Shore Scenic Railroad and what its whole down life history was before it was on the North Shore. So I hope you guys are enjoying this review. Let's get on to the Hank Yard. All right, so here we doing the details of this amazing Lionel Legacy consolidation of the Duluth Mesabi and Iron Range 332. So here we come on the side of the locomotive. You got all the air compressors, every cast in molded detail. This is kind of talking about before Lionel should kind of bring up their game a bit with these older toolings and put some more detail into these locomotives. But I know that Lionel is trying to make this a budget-friendly model, but still, originally I think the original consolidations were $700 or $600, and now they're up to 800 thanks to inflation. But this locomotive is very nice. You got the whistle steam, and how to fill up the whistle steam, you just simply pour the smoke fluid down the stack, and it'll go to the smoke unit and to the smoke unit for the whistle. And here I was talking about the bell thing. I'm going to move the bell up to here and move the sand domes back to here because that's how the real prototype of the Duluth Mesabi and Iron Range number 332. And the reason why I love the DMIR so much, because on the front of the locomotive, the headlight, you got the number boards on top, number boards on side. But what I'm thinking of doing is adding a custom detail, what the real 332 has. The real 332 has number 28 on the front of the number boards right here. And that is to pay homage to its original owners when the engine was part of was the Duluth Northeastern Railway, and this engine was used on that railway once the Duluth Mesabi Iron Range sold it to that railroad. And we'll go on the front of the engine. You got a little screw right here to unscrew this to get the little coupler out and put a dummy O gauge coupler on it. And here you got the not safe chain, the coupler cut bar. You raise the coupler up. I'm sorry that I'm stuttering a lot, guys. And here you got these windows do not move. None of these do not move. All cast in details. But you got a good firebox detail in there. Not a lot of good detail inside the cab, which not a lot of good detail inside the cab, which it's kind of takes off a bit of a star. Like Lionel should put some like little red gauges in there, but I think no, there's just nothing in there. It's all cast iron. I'm sorry I keep moving my camera. So it's probably because I'm just a little excited seeing this engine. But the tender, when I was looking at the catalog, the tender and the engine were spread apart like very widely. But now when you look at this engine, they're pushed together very prototypically good. Even though there's no tender, even though there's no foot plate right here to go down, who cares? It's what we can manage. This engine is friendly to smaller curves. And you got a real co-load up here, which is nice. And there is the water hatch is open where it views no controls. The controls are underneath the engine, which is underneath this side, and the other side for run program switch. And the volume control, I think, is probably under here. But we're going to go on the other side of the 332. Basically almost the same on the other side of the locomotive. You got the nice christen, the safety first on it, and the Duluth Mesabi and Iron Range. And on the same side of here, you got the same cast-in details on 332, and the sounds and it's just this locomotive is just amazing. And almost forgot one other detail: the tender light does light up when you switch the engine reverse. The number boards actually do lighten up when you put the engine reverse, so that is a big plus right there. And there's a lot of amazing detail in this locomotive. So now we're going to be going into the history of the Duluth Mesabi and Northern Railway number 28. The locomotive was built for the Duluth Mesabi and Northern Railway, number as 332, one of the 32 locomotives of the C3 class locomotives built in 1905. So I got that mixed up, calling it was 28. It was originally the 332 in 1907 and 1937. It passed to the Duluth Mesabi and Iron Range on the merger of the DM&N with Duluth and Iron Range Railroad in the 1955. The locomotive 332 and 348, also a C3 class locomotive, were sold to the Duluth and Northeastern Railroad, renumbered as 28 and 27 respectively. And fun fact, the 27th is actually getting restored and going to a railroad museum that is close, that's in Wisconsin, but close to Duluth, and it'll be restored, which hopefully maybe be restored to operating conditions, and maybe one of these engines may somehow end up to the North Shore Steam Railroad to double head with its sister engine, the 332. So two of those locomotives are signed. There is a bunch of Duluth and Northeastern engines that are around in Minnesota and Wisconsin that are still preserved. But number 28 saw regular service on the DN&E between, I cannot say this Duluth name, I think Clout, I'm just going to say Cloquet in Saginaw and Duluth, Minnesota. It was one of the only 5 remaining steam locomotives for the DM&E. And in 1964, when dieselizing eliminated the use for steam, the DN&E retired the 28 and used it only for special excursions until 1956 when it was put into storage in that Clout, I think. In 1947, the locomotive was cleaned and repainted and donated to Lake Superior Railroad Museum. Therefore, it was on static display until 2011 when the locomotive was returned to the Clout Terminal Railroad for cosmetic restorations. It was later announced at the Lake Superior Railroad Museum in March 2014 that number 28 would be restored to operating conditions and would pull excursions on the North Shore Scenic Railroad called Fire Up 28 fundraiser was held to pay $11,700 in need for boiler flues, which was required for operation. Within the week, the museum had raised over half required funds by April, and the total amount of fundraisers was raised over $15,000 and more enough to cover the cost of the restoration, and extra funds would be used to maintain operating the locomotive, and the total cost for restoration was a success. Her sister engine, number 27, was displayed on the Clarkson County Fairgrounds in Barman, Minnesota, and DM&E number 3741, another Seacrest Consolidation Museum of Mining, Chatham, Minnesota. Some of the parts of 27 were used for operation restored number 2028 in Duluth. There are 2 factors that are made of 28. There's a good choice. Operation restoration first, the engine was retired in 1956 in the operation conditions. The 2 engines were stored indoors, protected, and it was protected from vandalizing weather, and the 3 engines were kept on display indoors for the entire time of the museum. And now that's the whole history of the 2 engines. The Lake Superior Railroad Museum, which helped the 332, thanks to the BNSF Railroad Museum that towed the engine all the way back to the North Shore Scenic Railroad after the engine was done being restored at the Clout Terminal Railroad. It was then fired up and run excursion runs, pulling what it used to on the Duluth and Northeastern Railroad. Then it was changed back to the Duluth-Mesabi and Iron Range, pulling a ore drag and to do photo charters. And this engine has now been restored in running operating conditions up in North Shore Scenic Railroad. So you guys should go check out there and take some good videos of the 332 and enjoy that museum, because I went up there and that museum is fantastic. You can see ships coming in out of Duluth. It is just an amazing time up in Duluth. And I know I'm going back up in September, so me and my family can explore more what Duluth has, because Duluth has a ship museum, more other things you can do. And that's why I'm going to be going back up there to get videos of the 332 running in operation and and sit behind the engine while she's in operation. So that was a fun history of the detail of the engine. And I bet you guys want to see this brand new consolidation run. So let's take her out of the hank yard and get her set up with a nice ore train, and let's run her. So I hope you guys enjoy.
Air test is good, ready to pull. Got a lot of tonnage today. Better punch in some slack before we start out. Car knockers heading your way. Make sure everything's good.
Dispatcher, my train's made up. Am I clear? Over.
You are clear to depart on your cab signal indication. Out. cleared for the next block at track speed.
Dispatcher, my engine's ready. Can I pull? Over.
Please hold at your location. Out.
Gonna be here a while. Timetable has us holding here for number 9. She's running about 20 minutes late. These long waits are brutal. At least the back kid keeps the coffee hot. Timetable only gives us 10 minutes for this stop. Out in the fire. Go top off the tape. Train orders say holding the siding until 44 clears, then we can take the main. You should be through any minute. Train orders say holding the siding until 44 clears, then we can take the main. You should be through any minute.
Dispatcher, my train's made up. Am I clear? Over.
You are clear to depart on your cab signal indication. Out.
Dispatcher, we're done for the day. Signing off. Out.
Well, thank you guys for watching this amazing video of the Duluth Mesabi and Iron Range 332. I hope you guys enjoyed the history of this locomotive and the unboxing and the review of this engine. This engine is very amazing that Lionel has made this. I highly recommend for you guys to get this engine. There is a lot of inaccuracies to compared to the other consolidations that Lionel made. I was going for Patch Train's custom run to go with my Duluth Mesabi Iron Range. That was the Copper Range 29 that has the big snowplow on the front because I've seen that engine in real life. But I decided just to stick with the 332. Maybe someday down the road I may get the Copper Range 29. But in all, this was an amazing video to do. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend out there, an amazing Friday. I'll see you guys next time for the last review, I think, is the Lionel Legacy 844 in the Greyhound scheme. Now I think that'll be the last of the Lionel's new engines for me that I got. So I hope you guys have an amazing day out there. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.